Hey y'all, welcome to Emerge, our online home retreat to help us transition into the new year. This practice is designed to meet you where you are, whether you're at home or with friends or at the office, whether it's morning or evening. It's really meant for you to integrate it into your life in a way that feels authentic. This very first practice is all about getting radically present and grounded. And so throughout the practice today, we're going to cultivate stability and steadiness and really lay the foundation for our journey ahead. So let's get started. Begin in a child's pose position. So sit back. If you need to sit back onto a block, that's cool. But you want to lay down in a way that allows you to feel supported, especially in this first practice. And then once you arrive, just start to find your breath in a way that allows you to relax, to let go, to give in to the support beneath you. And keep in mind that this practice, especially the beginning of the practice, is a process, a gradual process of unwinding and becoming. So be patient with yourself as you land in this moment, in this practice, in your body. And simply let it unfold for you today. Take a couple more breaths here, and if it feels right, you can turn the palms up to the sky in a gesture of receiving, willing perhaps to soften just a little more. Last breath here. And then gently come up onto all fours. And begin to set up your first pose. We're going to do cat-cow. So make sure that you're stacked in your shoulders and in your hips. And then once you feel steady, inhale, drop the belly, open the heart. And on an exhale, curl it back. Emptying the breath as you stretch into the spine. And then inhale, let it go, open up. And exhale, empty. Inhale, fill it up, wide across the heart. And exhale, let the breath go, let the spine stretch. One more like that, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, let the heart open, curl the toes under, and on your exhale, stretch it back, downward facing dog. So in this first downward facing dog, take a moment to set yourself up. And then I like to move around in my down dog so that I can explore how I'm showing up in my body, how I'm landing in my feet, how I'm connected to all parts of myself. So for a couple breaths, do that here without needing it to be anything different than what it is. Just notice how this first downward facing dog feels. And then take one more breath and really land. Landing the feet, landing the palms. And then let's again drop to our knees. So this time we're going to start to stretch the legs out in a lunge position. So take the right leg back, lift the knee. Spread all 5 toes on the ground. Take a moment to feel that back leg engaged. And then draw the belly into the spine, resisting gravity. So you're really corseted through your center. And when you're ready, lift the right leg, even with the hip. Take a moment here, find your balance, and then when you're ready, add the left arm, the opposite arm. So you're reaching in opposite directions and hugging into the midline at the same time. Take a couple breaths here. You'll notice every part of you working, every part of you collaborating, integrated, connected. And then from here, you're just going to place the left palm down, curl the left toes under, draw the ribs back and stretch back to downward facing dog. So really reaching now through that right leg, letting that left heel root down. And then you're going to stack the right hip over the left, keep it reaching long, bend the knee and bring it up and over the left side. Scorpion dog. So the heel hugs into the sits bone, the hamstring and the glute contract, and it's a big, beautiful opening through the right hip flexor. Take one more deep breath here. And then simply unpack it. So rewind, come back to your downward facing dog, stretch back. And then let's try the second side. So you're going to lower down. Come back to that neutral place. And then stretch the left leg back. So same as before, really charge into that back leg. The inner left part of the thigh lifts up. So really active through the midline. And then lift the foot when you're ready. Find balance and add the right arm. So you're going to play to opposites here in the way in which you reach the heel away from the right fingertips and draw the ribs back and hug in like crazy. And you'll feel the heat build, the adrenaline pump, the body comes alive, so celebrate that. And then just the right palm comes down. Curl the right toes under. Before you make this transition, check yourself and then stretch it back. So now that left side is long, the right side is steady. And then just stack the hip, bend the knee, bring it up and over. So in this first practice, we're going to really be intentional about the way we build and architect each pose, so that we can lay the foundation for growth and change, expansion, transformation. So give yourself permission to take it slow and steady today, so that you can really acknowledge where you're at. Work from a place of presence and power. Spin it around. And then drop it down. Downward facing dog. All right, take an inhale and travel forward to plank. So feel for how it's different here. And then exhale, stretch it back, dog. So we're going to do that a couple more times. And the idea is to really move with your breath. So you inhale, ride the breath all the way forward. Heart reaches away from the heels, and then exhale, stretch it all the way back. And then again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back. Let's do one more. Inhale, lengthen forward, hold here. And now exhale, lower down till you meet the floor. Release the toes, the tail is long. Start to feel into the back side now. So now the back comes into focus. The power, the strength that's at your back. And keeping the palms light on the ground. On an inhale, start to engage the back side of the body as you open the heart. So you're not overworking the arms here. The palms are light, the back is strong. So notice that. And as the back shows up, the front body, the heart center opens wide. And release. All right, take it to child's pose. So sit bones to heels, stretch back, walk the hands forward, long spine. Let yourself land. And then downward facing dog. So we're gonna do that one more time, connecting all of the parts of that vinyasa and linking them with breath. So you inhale, ride the breath to plank. You exhale, lower down, drop your knees if you need. You inhale, open the heart, and you exhale back, downward facing dog. And now walk your hands back to your feet, so all the way back until you can really stand in your legs, rooted firmly in the body, connected with the earth. So feel for that, how the feet plug in. And as we come into relationship with the earth, as we begin to understand our connection, our interdependence with it, we can more effectively and efficiently support our body, support our being in the world. So we source. Couple breaths here, really standing committed in the legs, but letting the spine hang down like a waterfall. And you might begin to notice here how the upper body and the lower body are in relationship with one another. As the legs commit down, as they plug in and firm into the earth, the upper body feels permission to relax, to be supported, to receive support. One more breath like this. And so from here, we're going to begin to articulate the spine. So you're going to keep your legs plugging in, knees soft, hands on your shins. On an inhale, just stretch your spine. On an exhale, fold down. Again, inhale, extend long. Exhale, flex in. Last one like that. Big inhale. Big exhale as you turn back inward. And now either with a flat or round back, rise up to stand. Arms to the sky. Hands to the heart. All right, let's walk to the top of the mat. Take a moment to become aware again of your feet. That's the point of focus in this practice today. How we ground, how we steady ourselves. And then once your feet are plugged in, can you feel all joints stack until you experience a sense of lightness, of all parts of you working together more efficiently, more cooperatively, more holistically. And then from this place, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, just roll down, flat or round back. Inhale, reset the spine as you open the heart and lengthen. Exhale, turn back in. So we're going to do that a couple times. Root through the ground. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Again, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding. Inhale, extend. Exhale, let go. Press down, rise up. And then exhale, bring it in. One more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, turn inward. Inhale, root down to rise up. Exhale, bring it home. All right, inhale. We'll find that journey again. Exhale, travel down. Inhale, stretch the spine, and as you exhale, right leg back, runner's lunge. So in a runner's lunge, the back knee is lifted, the left knee is stacked, The legs are solid and strong as they root down so that you're not leaning into your arms. And then the heart reaches forward. So you should feel the sternum reaching away from the tailbone. Tailbone lengthening down towards the back heel. Legs rooting down, upper body light and supple, open and receptive. So take a couple breaths here. Once you find your shape, all that's left for you to do is breathe and be curious. And then hands down, step back to plank, lower down to the ground. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, lift the right leg to the sky and then bring it through as we come into second side. So now the right knee stacks, back leg solid, reach through the back heel as you open through the heart. And then once you've got your pose, without fixing or fidgeting, see if you can just be here. Curious and compassionate, radically present with whatever is showing up for you. And then from here, you're going to inhale, exhale, step to the top of your mat. Root the legs down, stretch the spine long, and then exhale, roll down. Press through the feet, rise up to stand. Hands to your heart. Let's round it up again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Left leg back, left knee up. So you've been here before. Let the body remember where to go. Feel for the alignment that allows you to be more present, more available. And then this time you're going to stay light in the left fingertips and open the right arm to the sky. Gentle twist. As you open the heart, as you open the belly, see if you can pull the right hip back to release the lower right belly out of that right hip crease. That'll free up the spine so that you can really lengthen and open here. And then right hand down, step back to plank. Lower down to the floor. Open up across the heart and stretch it back. All right, now the left leg lifts. Bring it through. Runner's lunge, set it up. Feel the back heel anchor and the heart extend. And then a right hand down, left arm up. So same, right hip hooks back and the lower left belly frees up so that you can lengthen the heart away from the heel and really open wide. One more. Left hand down, step forward, top of your mat. Inhale, stretch the spine. Exhale, bow. Press down, rise up. And then hands to your heart. Take a moment to feel. Noticing all parts of you here. Not just the parts of you that are alive and awake, that are cooperative, but also the parts of you that might feel stuck or unavailable, maybe numb. And can you allow for the whole of your experience, the whole of your being, without exception, without exclusion, radically accepting and allowing all of the ways that you are in this moment, complex and messy as they are, beautiful and miraculous as well. And then you're going to release the arms. Bring the feet together and sit back in your chair. So we're going to heat things up a little bit, fire things up. Utkatasana, also known as awkward pose, which is like my favorite word. So sit back and get comfortable with being awkward, also known as sometimes uncomfortable. And then as you sit deeper into the intensity, into the energy, maybe into the discomfort, just stay curious without needing to do anything with it. See if you can bear witness to what you are experiencing. And stay in that practice. Stay in that commitment to being grounded, to being accepting, to being present, and to being with what is. Last breath here. You've got this. And release. So as much as you can, stretch the legs long. And now let's just walk the feet as wide as the hips. Peace sign fingers, grab the big toes for Padangusthasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Bend your knees here so that you can really get length and freedom. And then hinging at the hips, exhale, fold, and let it go. Shoulder blades move away from the ears so the neck is long. The jaw is freed up. The throat is clear. One more big breath. See if you can let it go with a sigh. And then stretch back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring it through between the hands. Take the left heel down this time, and before you come up, I want you to feel for getting strong and steady through the legs. It might take a moment to really ground down. And then when that happens, rise up to stand. Warrior one. So in Warrior one, the right hip turns back, the left hip opens forward. It's not perfectly square, so let go of that. But it's evolving. The left side is constantly opening forward, becoming more available, more expansive as the right side hugs in to stabilize. Take one more huge breath here. Drop in, reach up. And then you're going to open to Warrior two. So line your front heel up with your back arch. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Let the arms extend wide like wings. And once you're in the pose, see if you can be inside of it. Sometimes I think when we're outside of it, we're controlling it or perfecting it. We're fidgeting. Instead, can you get underneath it and feel it from the inside out? And then straighten the right leg. Spin the right toes in, Prasarita. So toes and heels out, legs strong. Inhale, stretch the spine tall. Exhale, fold. So fingertips line up with toes. Shake the head, no. Shake it, yes. And then let it go. There's a sweet recovery in this pose. So can you let your head hang low below your heart? Can you let your spine go so that the legs can do their job? And can you simply listen? From here, inhale, lengthen. Place your hands on your hips. Exhale, rise up to stand. Step to the top of your mat. So same as before, finding that reset, that blueprint that is all parts of you stacked and included. And then you're going to step into the left side, begin to lift the right leg up. Take a moment to find balance here, take some moment. And there's going to be lots of movement in that left leg, that standing leg, and that's just your body negotiating balance, so allow for that. And then you're going to open the knee out and either place the foot inside the shin or inside the thigh. Take a moment to experience balance as it's unfolding, as it's evolving. It's dynamic, it's always moving. It's never fixed. And then maybe bring your hands to prayer at the heart or bring your arms up to the sky, whatever expression feels all right to you. And just allow for the movement inside the stillness. That's actually the natural way. And when you allow for that, you really embody a trust in the way in which we are always becoming balance, moving towards it, navigating it, embodying it. We fall in balance, we fall out of balance, we come back again. And so take one more breath here. And notice that cycle. That is what we do in these balancing poses and often what we do in our lives. And then hands to prayer. Right knee forward, right foot down. Take a moment. And then inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lengthen, step back, downward facing dog. And then second side, so left leg lifts, bring it through. Back heel turns down, and then take as much time as you need to establish your foundation, to really feel for your strength, to cultivate stability, to trust in your lower body, and then rise up when you're ready. And then you come up in a place of connection and relationship. Again, draw that left hip back and in, and open that right side forward and wide. Root the legs down, reach the spine to the sky, last breath. And then open it up, warrior two. So you adjust that back foot so that the front heel intersects with the back arch. That left knee is tracking over the ankle. Drop as low as you can into your legs. And then feel into the pose. And if you're present enough, if you're available enough, there's always something for you to notice and to learn about how you show up, about how you are in relationship to yourself, about what you already know or are capable of. And then you're going to straighten the left leg and swing the toes in. So steady the legs, arms wide, lift the heart, fold down. So same thing here. Letting the head go. And as we turn inward in these inversions, there are opportunities for contemplation, for self-inquiry, for bearing witness. So notice that for yourself. One more breath. And then inhale, stretch the spine. Root the legs, hands to the hips to rise up. Step to the top of your mat. Reset. And then feel into the right leg, draw the left leg up. Notice balance. And then open it wide and come into your tree. You never arrive at any kind of destination in these poses. There's no supreme or grand expression. There is just you in your process. You in every moment, you evolving and changing, expanding every moment. So notice that. Arms reach if you want. Maybe you check it out and then you come back. And then bring it in. Knee forward, step it down. All right, find a breath here. Come back to yourself. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step back to plank pose and hold here. So now the hands become the roots too. So spread the fingertips wide, press through the arms, open through the heart, and then lower all the way down. All right, let's open the heart and open the back with Shalambhasana. So you're going to interlace the arms. Bring the legs together like they're one long tail. And then on your inhale, lift the heart, reach the arms. On your exhale, lift the legs. So a couple breaths here. Everything through the backside zips up. So the front side can open wide. Last one. And release. Child's pose, stretch it back. Walk the hands forward, lay it down. Notice how you feel different now since that first child's pose. Notice what's at work in your body, what's awakening, what's emerging. And stay curious about that, even if you can't quite understand it. Trust in the truth, the space, the wisdom, the potential that is getting unlocked through the practice, getting unleashed through the practice. And then you're going to walk the hands back, roll up, and then sit to the left of your heels. We're going to come onto our backs. So lay back. And then you're going to cross your right ankle over your left for a pigeon on your back. Interlace your hands around your left hamstring. Keep the feet flexed here. That protects the ankle joints. It signals to the knees and the hips. And as you open here, the lower body, the hips, see if you can let your back go. Can you let your back be supported by the earth? One more breath. Release the hands. Just place the left foot down and take all parts of you to the right. So the right knee drops. And just lengthen the tail here towards the left knee as you get that sweet twist and hip flexor opening. And then come back to center and switch sides. So right foot down, left ankle crosses. Interlace the arms around the hamstrings or even maybe the shin. And then relax the back down. So we're using the earth so that we don't have to work so hard in holding up the back or holding the back together. And that allows us to really focus our breath, our attention, our intention on our hips. Take one more big breath here. And then you're going to release the right foot down. Take the legs over to the left. And then again, lengthen the tail towards the right knee as you get that opening through the back, that gentle twist across the waist. And release. Hug both knees into your chest, just to neutralize the spine. And then lay it down for Shavasana. Let yourself go here into the support of the earth, the cradle that is the earth. Letting yourself be held for once, instead of holding it all together. And then just be. And know that that is enough. Take a big inhale here. And then just sigh it out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes to awaken your ankles and your wrists. And then bring your knees up to your chest and roll to your left. Be patient as you make this transition. And then use your right arm to press yourself up and come to seat at the beginning, at the front of your mat. One moment here to just bring the practice full circle so that we can make this transition into the practice that is our life with intention and purpose, so that we can bring all that we discovered, all that we learned about ourselves into this next phase. And so that we can remember who we are always, in every moment, no matter what is going on, no matter how much we're challenged. The body remembers. The mind is focused. The breath is infinite. And our purpose is significant. Our part is necessary in the whole of our human family. And so we come to this practice to reconnect to our whole selves, to recommit to our place, and to redefine our purpose so that we can step out into the world and offer ourselves up in service to the well-being of the whole. So with this in mind, bring your hands to your heart, bow your head, seal it in, and really be that commitment. It's not so much something that we do, rather it is who we already are, how we embody it and express it in our lives. And so feel for that here and take it with you. Namaste. All right. Thank you for being here. We will see you tomorrow for day 2. Namaste.